To those who loved this world and knew friendly company therein, this reunion is for you. Final Fantasy VII Remake is no longer a vague rumor. It's here. After countless years of speculation, Square Enix finally gave us what we wanted. Finally appeased fans that were foaming at the mouth. But was it worth the 23-year wait? Well, sit back, pour yourself a nice cool glass of Mako, and follow old TG on this nostalgic trip down memory lane. Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced in 2015. Years prior, giddy fanboys like myself drooled over the PS3 tech demo, hoping and wishing this was our fabled remake. But alas, no, just a filthy tease. However, soon after, someone at Square thought, holy shit, there's money to be made here. And thus, production began. Original character designer Tetsuya Nomura stepped into the director's chair. But trust us guys, it really won't be full of Kingdom Hearts-ness, we promise. OG director Yoshinori Kiyase decided on producing, and living legend Nobu Yusumatsu returned to give us that magical music that just fills us with those feels. I mean, what could go wrong? It's not like they would stretch the game into 4 installments or anything, right? And surely, they wouldn't change the story we all knew and loved. We can trust Square. They've never let us down before.
Why?
So TG, you ignorant slut, shut up and tell us if it was worth the wait. Well, the short answer is yes. I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. But the more nuanced answer is, it certainly wasn't worth waiting 23 years. I mean, that's almost 80% of my life, just crying alone in bed, hoping one day I can see Tifa's boobies in HD. But don't get me wrong, I love this game, and here's why. First and foremost, every key scene is recreated. Be it climbing the Sector 7 pillar, storming the Shinra building, Cloud's one-on-one duel with Rufus, it's all there, and it's fucking glorious. I mean, I was literally bouncing in my seat storming Mako Reactor 1. I remember staying up all night on launch day trying to squeeze this 50-hour game into 8 hours. Not only is every set piece recreated beautifully, but so much is added to each scene, making it a truly magical experience for a fan of the original. Next, the combat. God, I love the combat. It's like Final Fantasy XIII, if it was good. Fighting enemies is intuitive and exciting, swapping from character to character is seamless, and for all you hipsters out there who hate change and listen to new music on vinyl, there's even an option to switch the combat to the classic ATB system. I mean, what more could you want? Another huge positive is replayability. I can honestly say platinuming this game was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had. This isn't Sekiro, where you need to invest in 16 new controllers and go to church for confession because of all the toxic venom you spew to your TV in rage. Replaying this game and exploring content you missed is fun and rewarding. And come on, you know you just need to get all 3 of Cloud's pretty dresses. Lastly, the soundtrack. I mean, I'm a pretty stoic guy, but Lord help me, some of this music almost moved me to tears with how amazing it is. And I can't count the amount of times I had to pause the game just because a piece was so fantastic. I had to stop and listen and allow that wave of nostalgia to pass through me so I could even move again. I mean, just listen to Phase 3 of Genova's boss theme and tell me you don't want to get up and pretend you're in the game fighting her yourself. So, what's my favorite part of the entire game, you ask? Well, dancing at the Honeybee Inn, of course. I must have replayed that scene 5 times. You know why? Because I'm a fucking fancy girl. But it's not all 7th heaven and happiness. This game has some major problems. Some things that made me just scratch my head and ask, why? Who is this for? Certainly not me. The biggest issue is the major changes to the story, and pretty much anything to do with these arbiters of fate. Fighting these things, I half expected Donald and Goofy to jump in and tell me it's time to save King Mickey. Fans were looking for a retelling of their favorite story, not a reimagining, and that's very different. All this altering fate nonsense builds and builds, opening up the sequels to stray further and further from the source material. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't miss Wedge enough to have him become a main character. On top of that, the overemphasis on Sephiroth as the main villain really left a sour taste in my mouth. Someone at Square HQ greatly overestimated how cool we all thought Advent Children was. I mean, fans didn't want this. We wanted a faithful retelling of Final Fantasy VII's amazing story. Although the final fight with Sephiroth was awesome, spoiler alert, it took the epic climax of the original game and threw it in our faces as we left Midgar. What's next? Well, I haven't the faintest idea. Zack's supposed to be fucking dead. No one liked Crisis Core. All in all, if you're a fan of the original, buy this game. Love this game. Pretend it doesn't bother you that it's split into God knows how many episodes. If you've never played the original, buy this game. It's loads of fun, and even a filthy casual will be able to enjoy all its strange, Japanesey idiosyncrasies. Square has given us not the Final Fantasy VII we deserve, but the Final Fantasy VII we need right now. And you know what? That's okay with me. So that's what I think of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And remember, this is just my opinion. But it's also my opinion that everything I say is absolutely correct. So you have to believe me. So as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. If not, And if you want to see some more hot takes and general douchebaggery, don't forget to check me out on Twitter and Instagram for daily updates. And if you really, really love me, head over to my Patreon and consider becoming a patron. Keep it sleazy.